a rapidly advancing world driven by technology, one question looms large. How does artificial intelligence reshape our job market? Well, welcome to my video where we delve into the interesting question of how this artificial intelligence-based economy may reshape our lives and your work. But as artificial intelligence's capabilities grow, so does the potential concern over its overtaking the world. Imagine a world where repetitive tasks that were once done by humans are now done by automated machines. This shifts a very important question. What will happen to humans in an AI-driven economy? Already we witnessed the impact of AI on employment. Robots and automation systems have replaced factory workers that work in assembly lines, while AI-powered algorithms handle customer service inquiries. Even sectors like automation and logistics face the possibility of autonomous vehicles replacing human drivers. Experts predict that the rapid advancement of AI could lead to significant job displacement in the coming years. According to studies, millions of jobs across various sectors are at risk of automation, potentially leading to unemployment and economic disruption, which common sense literally tells us. Now, as we navigate this transformative era, it's crucial to consider the implications of AI-induced unemployment. How can we ensure a safe and smooth transition for our workers? What measures can be taken to mitigate the chances of this impact? And these are the questions that really demand our attention, and if we don't give them attention, then it's over for us. Now, join me on this exploration of the complex relationship between AI and unemployment. Let's delve into the challenges, opportunities, and the steps we can take to shape a future where humans and AI can coexist harmoniously. Now, if you meet 3 people, there's a chance that one of those people will not know how to use AI in their workplace. These people do not have a single clue on what is happening around them and what will happen in the future. Now, ChatGPT is not alone. It's just the marketplace has hyped it up. And there are so many more AI tools that are changing workplaces in their own different styles. And now, for the first time, all of these categories are coming together, you could say synthesizing. And at the speed of all of this, it's way beyond your imagination and expectations. And all of this we are talking about today. We should have talked about this a decade ago. Right, so on November 30th, now remember these dates, they're very important. On November 30th, 2022, people found out about ChatGPT. The world was focused on the concept so much that exactly 5 days after, on 5th December 2022, ChatGPT got 1 million active users. Furthermore, 1st February 2023, just 2 months after it got published, it had more than 100 million active users. For example, Netflix took 3.5 years to get 1 million, Airbnb 2.5 years, Twitter 2 years, Facebook 10 months, TikTok 9 months, Spotify 5 months, Instagram 2.5 months, ChatGPT 5 days, and for 100 million users, it got 2 months. Great. So what is AI in the first place? Just imagine a friend who can accompany you, help you with work, whether it's from your workplace, from school, or even in the household. And it can remind you to do everyday activities, such as alarms. It can provide you with some alarms. Well, think of a techno friend as your AI, who can learn like you, think like you, and act like you. Just like you and I, we learn from our mistakes. AI does too. It uses lots of data to figure out patterns and then thus evidently makes your life easier for you. Now, if you want to figure out unbiased information about someone, you need to see its future results, where it stands right now in the world. There's 3 aspects that you need to look at. Its past, what was it? Its present, what is it? And its future, what can it? Now, some of you may say, yes, Elon Musk was the founder and the godfather of AI. Well, if you all think this, then you all are extremely wrong. And you need to change your analogy. This is when it actually started. In 1943, Warren McClure and Walter Pitts presented the model of the first ever artificial neuron. Now, what is the artificial neuron? The artificial neuron was basically, you know how we have neurons in our brains? It was a model of that. Instead, it was for AI, and it's also known as the neural network. Then, in 1950, Alan Turing published a paper, namely Computing Machinery and Intelligence. In this article, he said exactly what we are doing today. He mentioned that pretty soon on Earth there will be many machines that can think like us, learn like us, and act like us. He also mentioned that they can mimic human intelligence, which also means that he believed that these machines would be able to have cognition. Now, cognition is the ability to act and think, not only just act and think, but act and think by themselves, like humans have cognition. Now, this is also another reason why Alan Turing is known as the godfather of AI. But the actual birth of AI was in 1956, because the important times in the history of AI come about now. From 18 June, these are important dates, so remember them, 18 June to 17th August, about a 6-week time period, a special dedicated meeting took place. It was called the Dartmouth Conference. In this meeting, every big name in the history of AI was present, and one name, however, John McCarthy, was the first time in history that the coined term artificial intelligence was announced. And this was a great thing because artificial intelligence is the term that we use today, and it is the most technical term you will hear. It is also known as the father of AI. There are loads of fathers, and there will be so many more mentioned in the video. Anyways, now it's time for Arthur Samuel. You might have heard of him, but if you haven't, we'll figure it out. Arthur Samuel was a computer scientist. For the first time in history, he made a game which could beat almost any human player it was playing against. And from now, the time machine learning rose from literally nowhere. It just came and people just knew about it. But this was a program in which a computer could learn from itself, which is why it's called machine learning, and which is why it was revolutionary for everybody in the AI business. And now the time was flying and constantly upgrading in an amazing way. Now let's go back to 10th February 1996. Then this was the time when the first time a machine beat a human world champion, Gary Kasparov, you might have heard of him, of IBM, when he lost in the Deep Blue program. Now, what is IBM? IBM is a well-renowned company. It stands for International Business Machines Corporation, and it basically deals with hardware, software products, AI, artificial intelligence, networking equipment, so you might have gotten a hang of what it is. Now, in 2010, another batch in IBM called Watson was launched. Watson could process the content of 1 million books in just 1 second, which is why it was so amazing. Now, in 2011, it beat not one, but two of America's biggest Jeopardy games. And then in the month of May, Geoffrey Hinton, also known as the godfather of AI, I told you there were going to be many, after having worked for Google for a decade, he resigned. So now it's 2015 and Google has launched its own bot, of course it has, which could take anyone down whilst playing the 3,000-year-old Chinese game called Go. Now, it has taken down a world champion. I found this incredibly astonishing because the game itself is so hard and complex that the total possibilities of moves are more than the entire universe's atoms. This program was called AlphaGo.
Call it spring, like everything is new. The sun being on warm days over